Beats here from Pop Turn. I speak to Sydney, Scotia about the Hallmark Christmas film, Our Holiday Story, which recently dropped, part of Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark Channel. Welcome back to the show. So good to see you again.
Thank you for having me, Peter. I always love doing interviews with you.
I know, this is so exciting. Your first Hallmark film, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to be part of the Hallmark world and Hallmark family.
What was it like kind of getting the script naturally, like that first, like versus that first day on set in Kelowna specifically? Because you read it, you have some ideas, and then you get there. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, things move quickly.
Yeah.
When you're getting a script to when you have to fly to a location. And so this was one of those cases where it moved so quickly. I got the script and the offer. I got a chance to skim through it. I loved it.
Mhm.
And then was flying to Kelowna within a few days.
Yeah.
And then I get there and start prepping and get a call from the director, call with the other actors. But when you actually get on set, it just moves so quickly.
Yeah.
And you have to really be ready to get in the flow. But my first day was with Warren Christie, and we block shot all of the scenes in the garage from Our Holiday Story.
Yep.
And that just flowed really well. It was a really nice first day, and we both came just ready to play.
It's really cool because, you know, your character, there's like present day scenes and then flashback scenes. Does the mindset change a little bit for those scenes? Because it's kind of like the past and present, or is it all kind of the same for you specifically?
Well, it's interesting because I look back and think, what was I like at 16 versus 26? And the mindset does change.
Yeah.
Because the outlook on life is just slightly different.
It's a decade, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you're at home, you're with your family, and then you're off, you're in the world working.
Mhm.
And that's very much what this character was doing. So it was a different switch. And I also tried to do things a little bit lighter and a little bit more vocally a little lighter as a 16-year-old. And then she's a little bit more settled into who she is as a 26-year-old, but she's still dealing with all the same problems.
Yeah.
That you were 16.
Absolutely. There's a lot to love about, you know, Christmas films and specifically on Hallmark. What was your favorite thing about diving into the world of kind of Hallmark Christmas movies specifically? Was it just kind of like the set deck? Was it the costumes? Was it the cast? Like, what was that like for you? Can you pick one? Is it hard to pick one thing?
It is hard to pick one thing because
We have to pick one thing.
I feel like I'm manifesting this job. I don't want to pick one thing.
You have to pick one thing. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to.
I have been manifesting this job though because I've always been saying I want to do a Hallmark holiday movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what that would look like. And
Yeah.
it was really just the perfect opportunity to do that.
Yep.
And everything, once you arrive there, the world is created for you. You
Yeah.
know, that the set deck is done perfectly. The props are done perfectly. We had really fun props with gingerbread houses and the world is set up. We had phones from 10 years ago and then phones from today
Yep.
to make it realistic. And then the costumes, O'Neill Drummond did our costumes, and
Mhm.
that made a big difference. Once you're in, like all my costumes were different. For the 16-year-old, I'm in like floral patterns and more loud sweaters, and then I'm in a suit when I'm older. So everything is by design.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one thing, it's the people on set. They really set the tone.
Absolutely. No, shout out to Nikki, Warren, Gavin, Princess. Great crowd.
Yes.
Great cast.
Yeah.
Really funny moments in this movie too. Like there were some really funny scenes. I think people are gonna get a kick out of them when they see them. Like there's some really good ones.
There is a lot of humor. And that was one thing that when reading the script, I was excited for because I love romantic comedies.
Yeah.
And everybody really played up the
Mhm.
humor. Everybody's really just funny.
Yeah.
So it was a combination of the writing and everybody really having great timing. I thought Nikki and Warren had so many laugh out loud moments as well.
Oh, absolutely. I kind of wanted to know because, you know, you worked on a lot of amazing different films and, you know, some are kind of similar than others. Some are really different. You know, you have Return to Sender that recently dropped on Up TV as well. You just wrapped the, you know, Bigfoot horror thriller film, Sawtooth Mountain. These are all different kind of worlds, but like at the end of the day, Sydney, it's all storytelling. So how separate are past journeys and past projects versus new projects, like something like, our holiday story? Like, do you bring things from Return to Sender or like Frank and Penelope to something like a Hallmark Christmas film, or are they all separate once you wrap them?
Oh, definitely. And I don't know if you feel this way, but every set has a teachable moment,
Yep.
whether it's in the acting, in the producing, in the just being on set and interacting with people on set.
Yep.
There's always something to take, and I feel like that was there's just always something I can learn. Do you feel that way?
I do, absolutely. And it's one of those things where, you know, I feel like, you go day by day and there's always stuff you can pull from past experiences, whether it's kind of mindsets, whether it's even like, wanting to work with the same incredible people again, right? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you worked on like a Hallmark Christmas movie, but then boom, hey, do you want to come work on a Bigfoot movie?
And elephant in the room, we've worked together multiple times now.
Yeah.
And so we get to see, it's fun when you get to work with the same people because you get to see each other grow and approach different projects in different ways.
Absolutely. And it's just such an amazing journey to see you on. And I'm so happy for you. And it's interesting too, because, you also direct, you also write, you also produce. I know the first time we did the interview for Frank and Penelope, we kind of established that you kind of in this entertainment, like in this world of entertainment, you kind of have to wear many hats and everything. But what do you like the most about that kind of creative crop that I just mentioned of like the writing, producing, directing, and acting, that kind of quadruple threat? Because I feel like you're doing that a lot lately. And I just want to know what's that like for you, what you like the most about that kind of like, quadruple like threat, so to speak.
Yeah, everybody says these days, everybody keeps saying, you have to do it all. You have to make your own opportunities. And that is true to an extent, but I feel like you have to love it
Yeah.
if you're going to do it. And I just really love different experiences. I think that's what drew me to acting too. Every experience is different. And so that's why I continue to explore behind the camera work because I like having different experiences and learning new things and facing new challenges in the work.
Absolutely. And our holiday story recently dropped on Hallmark Channel, part of Countdown to Christmas. And there's going to be plenty more opportunities for them to watch the film again on Hallmark Channel. Again, part of Countdown to Christmas. Cindy, so great chatting with you again. Thanks so much for coming back on the show.
Thanks, Peter. You're the best.
Of course. Instagram is just your name, Sydney Scotia. People want to keep up to date with everything.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, this has been Pop Turnative. YouTube.com/Pop Turnative previous episodes. Until the next time, this is Sydney Scotia, MPD Beats, signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Pop Turnative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Pop Turnative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.